might be using. So for that, we'll leave the practical aspect for tomorrow. So before I go ahead to start, I will have to introduce myself. And as my tradition is, I always try to know my student by their name. So I'll do my introduction. The class is not going to be a very long one. Less than an hour, we should be done, because today we're going to talk about just surface. Then by next class, we'll go deep down into practical, because there are things that will require you to do after the class that will aid our learning in the next class. So I have a tradition. I always like to know my student by their name. I like calling you by your name. So I will start with myself. So once again, good morning. Welcome to today's wonderful training. My name is Prince Celestine. Now, I have over 3 years experience in cryptocurrency. I'm a trader. Apart from cryptocurrency trading, I also work with some blockchain projects where I serve as an ambassador and some other opportunities as well in the cryptocurrency. So I will be your host and your trainer for today. I'm also a Binance certified trainer. I train for Binance, and we help them organize training as well. So I'll be your tutor for today on this topic of cryptocurrency. And I believe we'll have a very nice time. Please, at the end of the class, I will entertain as many questions as time will permit. Even after the class, you have access to mentorship, so you can always drop your question in the WhatsApp group and I will answer them as soon as possible. So having met me, I think the next person should go ahead and introduce him or herself. I think that should be my co-host. That's Tango Sika. So please, Mr. Tango Sika, can we meet you? Quick one.
Okay, yeah, my name is Tengot Sika. I'm actually the founder of Techdesign. So I decided to bring this to everyone. So in case if you don't know anything about crypto, I'll urge you to listen carefully so you grab all you can and learn along the line. Thank you. And once again, I welcome everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice meeting you. So the next person I have is Hoops Telecom. Hoops Telecom, please. We'd like to meet you.
Okay, I think he just joined now, so maybe he didn't know what's
Okay.
asking.
So Oppo A1K, please, quick one. Just your name, maybe 1 or 2 things about yourself is fine, so that we can dive into the topic for today. Oppo A1K. Perebi, okay.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Choma, and it's good to be a participant, open to learning, and I hope to have a great learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So we have, okay, Femi Olamide just joined. You're going to be introducing yourself after Perebi. So Perebi, please, quick one. Let's meet you.
Everybody, good morning, everyone. My name is Tina. I've always wanted to learn 1 or 2 things about cryptocurrency, and it's wonderful to be here. So nice to meet you all.
Welcome.
I hope to enjoy the class.
Okay. So Sarah, please, you're next on the line.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Stephen. It's good to be here. I joined the first class and it was really educative, and I hope that I learned more from this class. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so Femi Olamide, please. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the training. So please, you can write down your questions. You can always drop them in the WhatsApp group even after the training. You can always ask them as well. We'll do well to attend to them. So like I said, the training is divided into 2 and it's a free training. So for today, we're going to talk about most of the surfaces, introduction. Then I'll give you some things to do that prepare you for our next class, which is going to be purely practical. So get set. You've started the journey since Saturday. So get set, we are going there. I won't leave you halfway. That's a guarantee. So cryptocurrency, I know we did talk about cryptocurrency on Saturday because I actually joined the meeting at some point. But let me just do another, let me just add up to what was said. Almost everything here was said, like you can see on my slide here. Now, cryptocurrency talks about a digital currency. Now, before you understand what is cryptocurrency or currency, you need to understand what is a currency. A currency has to do with something that is used as a means of exchange. So if I want to buy a phone, I need money to exchange for that phone. If I want to buy a goods, I can give us something to get something back. That's exchange. Exchange means taking what you have to get what you want. So you give the person what you have, and he gives you equivalent of what you've given back. At that particular point, you said you're exchanging. And now what you're giving out must have almost the same value to what you're taking in return. Now, in cryptocurrency, we are talking about a digital source of exchange. We call it a digital currency that can be used to exchange both goods, services, and anything in the blockchain and crypto space. So the difference between a cryptocurrency and a normal Naira or fiat currency is because the cryptocurrency can never be seen. That's why it's called digital. Fiat currency, which is also used as a means of exchange, that's Naira, for example, can be seen. So I have 1,000 Naira note, I do see it. But if I ask you one Bitcoin, you can't tell me you've seen one Bitcoin before. What you see is just equivalent reflecting on your wallet. So you don't get to feel or touch a cryptocurrency. That's why it is called cryptocurrency. Now, I did the research to actually know why there are some mysteries about cryptocurrencies, and the name was derived from the Greek word cryptos, which means hidden or secret. Now, for you to hide something, there must be an information embedded in that particular thing. And when you even talk about who discovered cryptocurrency, we discover that the person's identity or the organization identity is still hidden. These are mysteries. There are a lot of mysteries about this space. So crypto was derived from the word, cryptocurrency was derived from the Greek word cryptos, which means hidden. Now, what that particular information that is hidden was highly encrypted. Now, when you talk about encryption, you're talking about a high level of security that prevents just general access to a particular information. Let me use a real life scenario. For example, you have an egg. If you want to eat an egg, the yolk of the egg is what contains the information that can reproduce another egg. Now that yolk has layers, it has shells and it has layers. So for you to get to the yolk of the egg, you must actually do some couple of good works. Now take that concept into cryptocurrency. The information that shows that this thing is one Bitcoin is actually more like the yolk, that yellowish part of the egg. Now for you to get to that, you must break the shell, break the other layer for you to get to it. So it is actually a kind of a currency that cannot be hard to talk about that. So it cannot be broken down because it has a high level of security. And that security is what we call cryptography. So cryptocurrency has a high level of security. For example, if you're doing a WhatsApp voice call, video call, WhatsApp tells you that your call has end-to-end encryption. They're trying to give you that assurance, guarantee that no third party can come in between your call. Now, cryptocurrency has that kind of encryption, cryptography that actually secured and protects the information in that particular cryptocurrency. So it's a digital currency, highly secured, that can be used as a means of exchange between users. Now, for something to be used as a means of exchange between users, it means I must be accepting that particular thing, and the person who wants to accept it from me must also be accepting. For example, if I have Nigerian Naira and I travel to Ghana and I want to use Naira to buy something in Ghana, they will not accept because Ghana use cedis. Now, for me to transact in Ghana, I must need to change my Naira towards cedis. That's to say, cryptocurrency must have a boundary. What I mean by boundary is it must be transacted between people who will accept or will not accept it. I and my friend went out to get some provision the other day. So most of the times I don't carry fiat currency. So my friend was asking, can I pay with Tether, that's USDT, cryptocurrency, and we both smart. Now, some persons don't accept payment in cryptocurrency because it has not been what legalized. So for you to transact with cryptocurrency, you must transact within people who accept it. The same thing happens with Naira. Now, I'm not going to be doing comparison between the fiat and the cryptocurrency because fiat currency has boundaries, but cryptocurrency does not have boundaries. So it can be used, it can be transacted, it can be used to exchange things, even outside Nigeria, outside this continent, and anywhere, provided the person accepting that particular thing does accept cryptocurrency. So we say they are digital money designed for quicker, cheaper, and more reliable transactions that are more than the traditional fiat pattern. So cryptocurrency is faster. If I want to send money to the bank, they might tell me after 48 hours, 28 hours. But if I'm sending cryptocurrency to you, let's say I want to do giveaway now and I ask for your wallet, all I need is less than a minute. And once I click on transaction successful, you get it credited in your wallet. So it's faster. Now, transaction charges, that's what called bank charge, is also cheaper compared to the fiat currency. So cryptocurrencies, users use to create and transact directly between each others. And now one good thing about cryptocurrency, once a transaction has been performed, the transaction details is automatically stored. So you don't need to write it down. And that's why we need the blockchain technology, which has been talked about. Now, once a transaction is done, it is stored and the storage can be accessed by anybody. So it is more reliable, it is more open. You can't deny accepting my money because I can actually verify using the blockchain technology. So in cryptocurrency, we don't require a middleman. Two of us will agree, I will send what I need to send the cryptocurrency and you will receive. Once you receive it, I also get a confirmation that has been done. Now, transactions are usually very affordable and fast. Like I said, split seconds, 1 minute, once blockchain confirmation is done, the person gets that cryptocurrency. Now, there are millions, billions, trillions cryptocurrencies in this world. So we don't have one cryptocurrency, no. One of my friends was telling me during that shitcoin period, he wanted to create a cryptocurrency. Now that's to say that anybody, anytime, any day can create his or her own cryptocurrency. And there are a lot of things that allows you to do that. You don't have to take permission from anybody because the space is decentralized. So there are millions, trillions, billions type of cryptocurrencies in this world. But the number one cryptocurrency is a Bitcoin. And Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency created. Now, it was created in 2009 by an organization or a person. So we'll call it an unknown group or a person, which goes by the name Satoshi Nakamoto, which was talked about during the blockchain class. So apart from Bitcoin, we have the Ethereum, we have the Binance coin, we have Cardano, we have a lot of them, name them. These are different cryptocurrencies. But because the name is cryptocurrency does not mean you should just buy any cryptocurrency. Before you buy a cryptocurrency, you must do your due diligence, which we call do your own research to actually know if that particular project has a good use case. What I mean by use cases, will people accept this cryptocurrency? One of the reasons why Bitcoin has total dominance in the crypto space is because it was the number one cryptocurrency created. So if anybody is to accept cryptocurrency, they need to accept Bitcoin first. Another reason why Ethereum has been doing perfectly well and will continue to do well is because Ethereum has a blockchain. So we have an Ethereum network that other platforms can actually build on. So these are good use cases. Another reason why the Binance coin grew so fast this year, that's from November last year till now, is because Binance is world number one exchange. So because Binance has that use case of being the world number one exchange, therefore their coin must be accepted by people. So before you buy any cryptocurrency, ask yourself, what are people using this cryptocurrency for? That will help you in making your decision. So Bitcoin was the first, it was created in 2009, and there are a lot of them. Now, the next thing I will be talking about is, I've explained the cryptocurrency, I've explained part of it, the blockchain, which stores data and cryptography. Now, the next thing I should be talking about is introduction to trading platform. But before I do that, like I said, we're going to be talking about that in our next class. So I'll quickly just give you a rough estimate, not a rough introduction about these exchanges, things you get to know about them. Then I'll give you a sign up link. You need to sign up, verify your account if you have a valid ID, and get set, because our next class is going to be purely practical. Now, what is trading? What is trading? Trading has to do with the aspect of buying and selling. So trading is the aspect of buying and selling. Before now, people go to the market with, let's say, for example, I have Gary and I need soup. I give you Gary and you give me soup. We call that trade by barter. I have this, I need that. I give you what you have, what I have, then you give me what you have. It's called trade by barter. It's still trading. Trading is a means of exchange. Trading has to do with using what you have to actually get what you want, and what you want must be equivalent in value to what you have. So for example, if I want to, let's say, if I want to buy Bitcoin, I need to go and check the price of Bitcoin. Now, if I want to have one Bitcoin, I must bring the dollar equivalent to one Bitcoin to get it. Reason being that if I bring anything lesser than that, I will not get the exact one Bitcoin, like I said. So the value of what you have must be equivalent to what you are getting, unless there was a kind of cheating along the line. So trading has to do with exchanging. In trading, the reason why we trade is to make profit. So in cryptocurrency, the reason why we trade is to make profit. If I want to buy a coin, the reason why I'm buying the coin is not because I have free time. It's not fun. It's because I want to make money. A lot of persons do chat me up and they ask me, sir, please, what coin can I buy in 2 weeks? And I will double my money. And the first advice I'll give is trading is not a get rich scheme. The moment you understand that, you know that this is more like a game. So you need to understand certain factors. And one of the people who lose a lot of money in trading are people who want quick profit. I want to just hit it and run, just hit it so hard. No, you must be patient. And those are some of the things we also talk about in our advanced class. So inside trading, there are two parts of it. We have the spot trading, we have the future trading, and we have the margin trading. We have spot trading, we have future trading, and we have the margin trading. Now, future and margin tradings are almost together, so we group them as one. Now, spot trading is different. Now, spot trading, I personally call it spot investment. Reason being that it entails purchasing a cryptocurrency and holding till the value increase. Now, for example, I went to buy Amazon stock with the mind that Amazon stock will increase in value after 2 months. So I just buy the stock and I hold for some months. Once the value increases, I sell all my stock and I get my money back. It's like buying shares too. If I want to buy shares with Coca-Cola, I believe that Coca-Cola shares will increase. That's profitability. What a trader should have in his mind before trading is profit. So anything that will not give you profit, you don't do it. There are a lot of mistakes some people make in trading that might eat up your money, because if you're not profitable when you're thinking, you might make wrong decisions. Now, when I want to do investment trading, which is spot trading, I look at my chart, I look at some fundamentals, and I say, okay, Bitcoin has certain good news, informations, adoptions coming up. Therefore, I believe that the price of Bitcoin will increase. What I have done there is to actually predicted that the price of Bitcoin will increase. So what do? I will go ahead and buy the Bitcoin and hold till the price increases. Now, the moment the price increases, what do? I sell off. At that particular point, we said I have spot traded. Now, looking at my chart, this is a chart for Binance coin. That's a BNB. This is a chart for Binance coin. This is BNB. Now, if I look at this chart, the current price is 396.5. Now, if I now look, okay, with my analysis and some information, I believe that Binance will bring on some fundamentals that will push this coin up. So I'm now anticipating that Binance coin will go up to where something here. As a spot trader, what do? I will now buy here and sell off when it gets to this particular point. At that particular point, we said you spot traded. Now, there are informations you need to look at for spot trading, because in spot trading, you are just holding. It's not really trading, but we call it spot trading. Though I personally call it spot investment. It is not really trading. What it does is you're buying a particular cryptocurrency and you're believing that that cryptocurrency will go up. Therefore, what you do, you hold to the price of that cryptocurrency does what? Goes up. So that's that for spot trading. Now, the next thing is, in spot, you don't lose the value. You only lose the value of your coin, but you don't lose the entire coin. For example, I bought one BNB when it was 400. If you want BNB, the price of BNB drops to 200. What it means is what I'll be having is one BNB, but the value has dropped from 400 to 200. So what I still be having is one BNB, but the value has dropped from 400 to 200. But in real trading, that's the futures and margin trading, you can lose your fund completely. So for beginners, we try not to introduce them to futures, but we just introduce them to spot. Because if the value of the coin I bought, for example, BNB, I bought it when it was 400. If it goes down to 200, I still have one BNB. That means tomorrow, if it goes back up to 400, I'm at break even. If it goes back up to 500, I've started making profit. Now, if it goes down to even $10, though the value has dropped from 400 minus 10, which is what, $390 loss so far. But if it goes back up, you always recover. But futures is quite different from that. So in spot trading, you don't lose your money, you only lose the value. That means if the value of that asset, cryptocurrency, depreciates, you lose the value, not your money. Because in spot trading, you don't lose everything. You only lose the value of what you bought. So we said it's the best investment to do for long term. Whereas for futures, you don't really need to hold the asset. For futures, you don't hold, we trade it. That's where trading is. So you look at charts, you say, okay, this is support, this is resistance. I buy at a support and I should be selling at a resistance. That's trading. You don't intend holding for long. Nothing concerns you with this price of this thing will go up after 1 month. No, because the longer you hold, the higher the chances of you being liquidated. Now, in sports, in futures, you benefit from the price movement. That's to say, if you look at your chart and you say this will go up from 400 to 420, and it does, you win. So it's like a gamble. Now, if you say this thing will go up from 400 to 450, and it went down, you lose it. So it's like gamble. If you're able to predict the price of it, you win because you're staking your money. You're using your money to predict. Now, if it goes against your prediction, you lose the money you use in entering the trade. That's why this is different from sport. But for sport, you only lose the value of the coin you bought and you do not lose the money because it will eventually go back up and you do recover. Now, it's more like you bet on the price of an asset, like I've explained. It's like you're betting on this. So this is purely trading and involves risk of losing all your fund. So because of that, we advise beginners to stay off till you have good knowledge of technical analysis. So finally, for today is understanding the order. So there are two types of order in the market. We have pending order and we have instant order, depending on your exchange. Now, for example, for binance, we have market order, we have limit order, we have stop limit order, and we have OCO order. So depending on the exchange. Now, for instant order, it means the order is instantly executed. Now, for pending order, it means certain conditions must be met. So if I want to enter a market using an instant order, it means the moment I click on the order and I click submit or buy or sell, automatically it gets me into the market. So it is faster in execution and it gives you the best price. But for pending order, let's say, for example, BNB is currently at 400 and I want to buy when it falls down to 390. So I'll set a pending order at 390. So if it comes back down to 390, it takes me in the trade. If it never goes down to 390, then I never get to enter the trade. So these are the different pending order and instant order. So for tomorrow, this is just theoretical explanation. We are diving into the Binance platform and we're going to be taking trades using each of these order. So you need to get set. So these are the orders. This is market order for instant. We have limit order, we have stop limit, and we have OCO. That's one cancel the order. So I'm going to be explaining each of these orders tomorrow, but I can't do that now because some of us don't have Binance. We need to download it, verify your Binance, and we start trading together. So at that particular point, I believe I've been able to do justice to introduction to cryptocurrency, understanding order type in the market, the difference between spot trading, futures, and margin. Now, the difference between futures and margin is in margin, you get to borrow money from the exchange, but in futures, you fund your future trading account. In margin, you must borrow money from Binance or the exchange you're using, but in futures, you fund your account and you start trading. So thank you very much for your time. I will open the floor for a few questions before I drop the links to sign up, verify your accounts, and we'll get set for the next class. Please, question.
Okay, anyone, if you have any question, you can ask him now. I think he's going to be answering your question as it comes. So anyone that wants to ask can actually ask. I don't know, I see Rahman, real one, I don't know, do you want to ask him a question?
A question. I don't have a question.
Okay, any other person have a question? Okay.
Well, in the absence of any question, I think our host has been able to do justice to the class, and we hope to learn more from him at the next
I
class.
think there is a question.
Oh, okay. Someone wants to ask. Okay, you can carry on.
Yeah. So my question is for someone like me who's a beginner, and someone who doesn't really learn fast when it has to deal with mathematics and all of these very technical things that have to do with algorithms and all that. How do I start trading? Where do I start? How much do I have to buy? How much cryptocurrency? What's the process really? Because I like the idea of having to invest and do things like this. But since I don't have the technical skills as you and Mr. Thango and every other person who has been in this industry for a long time. So as a beginner, how do I start? How much do I have to invest in this? And let me know, please.
Okay. Let me quickly attack it. Maybe Mr. Tango might say one or two things. Okay. Cryptocurrency or trading generally, professionally, we advise that you do it with spare money. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, I have hardly seen someone who has spare money. What we call spare money is the money that you can afford to lose and you will not cry. There are some trade that will be in some weeks before now. That was when I actually had that massive dump. I could not sleep. I woke, like you will wake up and your heart start panting. Reason being that you became so emotionally attached. So I took a break off trading for some time to gain my emotions back. So to avoid things like that, we advise that you bring in money that if it goes, it goes. It doesn't have anything to affect you. So that's what we call spare money. Now, spare money varies. For some persons, it might be $1, some persons $10,000, $1,000, depending on your pocket. So first you need to identify what is your spare money. Then two, you now decide which will you be doing. So as a beginner, like I said, I will advise you to start with spot trading because I know you must definitely recover your money even if the market crashes again. But the moment you start taking futures, which is more like gambling, that's when you can lose your money totally. So it doesn't matter how much you have, depending on how much you're willing, we call it willing to lose, not like you're losing it. But say how much you're willing to lose, that's spare money. You can start with any of them. Now, we're also going to guide you as a beginner. The class doesn't end yet. Tomorrow is going to be longer because tomorrow is purely practical. It's going to be longer. I'm going to show you as I do it, and everybody's going to take a trade. That's why I need to leave you now. The recording of this class will be sent to you so that you can watch it again, understand it, so that tomorrow when I say we are buying with market order, you don't start asking what is market order. You have enough time, you go over this video today, then by tomorrow you fund your account. I'm going to show you how to buy. Now I'm going to show you how to sell. Now we might actually be dropping some signals for those who will kickstart the training even after this. So we say, okay, there is an information coming, and technically we've analyzed this asset. This asset will do well. So buy this asset and sell here. And now when that happens, you make money. So as a beginner, we're going to guide you, but you need an exchange to work with. So the link will be sent. Now get set for your spare money. But the goal is the secret to trading successes, especially in sport, the higher the capital, the higher your profit. The smaller the capital, the smaller your profit. Let's say, for example, somebody used $10 to buy Bitcoin and Bitcoin went up. You might know what you might be seeing is cents, let's say 10.45 cents, or maybe $11. But someone who used $200, $300, $1,000 make more profit. That's just it. So the higher the profit, the higher your capital, the higher your profit you're making. Now the smaller your capital, the smaller the profit. Now the higher your capital, the higher the losses in case it goes against you. The smaller the capital, the smaller your losses in case it goes against you. That's our advice. Start with your spare money. We're going to guide you on that. There might not be any need for mathematics here. Me personally, I didn't like mathematics in school, but there's no need for mathematics. We are not doing mathematics. What we'll be doing, the professional guys will analyze the chart for you. We just guide you for the time being so that you start making your money. So I don't know if Mr. Tango has something to say or any other question, please.
Okay, well, you have actually said everything that needs to be said. For me, like I always say, advise people around me. I don't know, like the last trainer said, if you want to go into any investments, especially things like this, to me, I advise to always use a spare money, like a spare cash, something you know if you lose it, it won't really affect you. You understand? Until you have really, in short, you can't even master the markets completely because nobody believed it was going to crash. You understand? Bitcoin got to about $60,000 and there was a time it crashed to like $30,000 and now it has started picking up. So for me, I call it gamble. So whether you are a master or whatever you call yourself, it's still a gamble. You just need to know how to manage yourself, not to be too greedy, know when to buy, know when to sell. Sometimes you can even set a goal for yourself that, okay, I want to be making just, even if it is $1 per day or $2 per day, it's still something. The reason why a lot of people lose is because they want to make it big. You understand? And it's not something you can just wish and it will come to pass. There was even a time, this guy, Elon Musk, there was a time if he coughs, the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency will rise and fall. So there was even a time they were even begging him to stop talking. You get? So, and now if you ask me what concerns him and cryptocurrency, he wasn't the one that invented it. He only invested into crypto, like the Bitcoin. There was even a time he even said something about Dogecoin and the coin started rising. You understand? So to me, I still feel it's gamble. So it's not something anybody will say, I am too good, and no. And for me also, sometimes I try, some people tell me to trade for them. I tell them, no, me, I don't want that, because I've seen cases where people collected money from people and they lost everything. I can tell you that for free. I have a whole lot of them. You understand? The only reason why I didn't fall victim to that, as I think then I didn't really know much about it. I also gave the person money. But the only good thing for me was I'm this type. I'm a very careful person. So what I do then was I give him my capital to trade. When he's actually refunding me, I tell him to refund me both the capital and the gain and the profits, so that if I want to invest next time again, I will now decide to either give him my capital again or not. But some of the other people in the platform, they were only collecting their profits while leaving the capital with the guy to continue trading. So when he had an issue, I don't know what happened then, if it was true or not. He said that period, the price of Bitcoin was dropping. So he had to, try his hands on Forex, which I don't know. I don't even think I believe. But somehow, what can you do? You were not there. That's what is your word against his. So, and that's why a lot of people lost their capital and even the little profit they are meant to make. So for me, I always advise, even if you don't know much about it, start with the spot trading, just like the trainer had said. You can start with, I think the minimum most time the advice is $100, but you can, one thing about Bitcoin, you can trade with any amount you have. It's just that let's look at it this way. If you put in 5,000 Naira and in the end you are getting 100 Naira, you'll be discouraged. You think you're wasting your time. But if you put, let's say you put 100,000 and you're making maybe 500 or 1,000, it's still something. So that's what it is. You can't put 5,000 and expect to make 100,000. Just like some of these investment platform in Nigeria, where they will see put 50,000 and get 150%. Who does that? It doesn't work. It's just robbing Peter to pay Paul. When it comes to the time, they will just collect the remaining money and they run away. That's just how that one works. But for Bitcoin, it's very easy, it's very plain, it's open. You understand? Provided you don't go into the advanced trading platform, you are good to go. Whichever money you lose on the spot trading, you will be able to regain it back if you have the patience to wait for it to rise again. You regain everything you lost. I think that's the little I have to contribute.
Yeah, thank you. So, okay, any other question, please? Okay, does anybody has Binance? We're going to be using Binance. Binance is world #1 exchange so far. So that's why we recommended that. I will not recommend anything that I've not used and it's not trusted. They do hack exchanges now, but so far so good. Binance has been hacked before, but their security now is somehow better. So we're going to use Binance, not just Binance, because you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, I also use KuCoin. There are a lot of exchanges, but for now, we might use Binance. You can use KuCoin as well, depending on the coin, because there are some coins that are not listed on Binance and will do well. All you need to do is you just go to the exchange where it is listed and you click it. So we're going to be using Binance now. So for that, if you don't have Binance account, the link will be dropped. You can just sign up with the link. Then for tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to use the platform. Tomorrow I'm not doing slides. It's purely practical. We're going to use the platform together. Then we're going to take trades. I'll show you how to fund. I will show you how to sell. Because one thing is, when people ask, well, when I put my money, how will I get my money back to Naira? I will show you how to do all of that. Even with the CBN ban, I'll still show you how to do it. There are a lot of persons who do it. I do it personally. So I'll show you how to do that. Then at the end of the training, you'll get to hear from the organizer, as Mr. Tangon, also on next step. So thank you very much. If there are no other questions, so I believe we have a nice time. It's theory, so you might not be looking, so you might need time to figure it out. That's why I'm allowing you time. So tomorrow, please go over the meeting again, get to know these things better. So tomorrow we can start with the practical section. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, our valuable host. So I think we've all had him. If you don't have Binance in your phone or in your system, I think you can go download it. It's not difficult. You just download it, sign up, register, and maybe by tomorrow he will teach you how to use it to trade and all that. You know, so thank you once again, everyone, for coming, and I'll tell you on the group any other thing you need. You know, so thank you very much, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.